the more we are aware of it, the more we can pick it up early, and then the more we can go to the hospitals and get treatment, and then they'll go into remission, and then they have a quality of life. Exactly. That is why we need to know.
Tell us some of the signs or early signs we can see in a child who has, childhood cancer.
So sometimes the signs and symptoms appear like any normal sickness. Okay. So for instance, you can have a child who has a fever. The fever is persistent and you do not know what is going. You give pain medications. Sometimes the fever is not going. Sometimes you can look at the child's eye and then you see that there's a white spot or patch in the eye. Or sometimes you notice that the eye is bulging out. Or sometimes the child will say, maybe, Mommy, I can't see in my eye. Then you know that, okay, we have to take the child to the hospital. Sometimes too, you notice that your child used to walk well, and then all of a sudden, your child is walking funny, like on anti-straight. Then you start wondering what is going on. That can also be a sign. Sometimes too, your child was fine 1 minute, and all of a sudden, the child starts losing weight. You feed the child, but the child is still losing weight. You can bring the child to the hospital. Sometimes too, your child will say, Mommy, my head is paining me. Persistent headaches, sometimes with vomiting, without vomiting. Yes, in our society, your first instinct might be, maybe it's malaria. Let me go and buy over-the-counter medications. But sometimes it is an indication of a more serious issue, so you bring them.
It is always at the hospital that we can detect if the child has cancer.
Yes.
We don't have a specific symptom that we can see in a child that will tell us he or she has cancer.
Yes, because the symptoms appear like any other symptoms of other diseases. That is why it's advisable that when your child is sick, instead of doing over-the-counter medications, you bring them to the hospital so that we run some labs, we do some tests, and then we treat them from there.
Exactly. Now let's look at the causes. The types of the cancers we have.
Okay. So in childhood cancers, we have the ones that affect the blood. So what we call the leukemias.
Okay.
Then we have the lymphomas as well. Then we also have cancers that affect the kidneys. Okay. We have cancers that affect the eyes. And then we have other cancers that affect the bone and then the brain as well. Yes.
I see. Let's talk a little bit about each of the causes. We want to really understand. So let's start with the one that affects the blood. So
generally, cancers, we don't really know what brings cancers about. Yeah. We know some environmental factors aid in causing the cancers to happen, but the root cause of the cancers are not known. Some of the factors, for instance, for the eye cancers, we have hereditary forms. Okay. So for instance, some children who have the eye cancers, such as the retinoblastomas, we notice that there's a familial aspect, such that maybe a parent or someone in their family line had a gene or cancer and then has passed on that gene to the child. That's how the child gets the cancer. And then sometimes too, depending, when maybe the mother was pregnant, she was exposed to certain carcinogens that has caused the child to also develop cancer. Sometimes too, it's unknown. We don't know what happens. Parents are fine, everything is okay, and then here you have the child having a cancer.
And that is where a lot of people will affiliate that to spiritual activities.
Yes, yes. And that is one of the issues that prevent people from coming to the hospital to seek treatment. So it's really difficult because you would go and then maybe someone in the religious sector will say, it will be a while withdraw or something. So don't go, come. We'll pray for you. Exactly. We'll give you some treatment. It will go. It doesn't help. It may end up making the situation worse or prolonging the child's situation. You might end up killing the child. We are not saying that religion doesn't have a role in all these things, but we are saying that work hand in hand with us. We are not saying don't pray. We are not saying don't fast. But we are saying come to the hospital as well. Let us have a look at it. Let us start treatment. That in combination with the prayers and support from the religious groups, we can beat cancer.
Exactly. So what you just mentioned is a misconception that a lot of people have when it comes to childhood cancers. I know they are listening, so they are going to be educated. Well, if you just joined us, this is the Cocoa Digest Morning Show, the lifestyle segment, and we are understanding childhood cancer here on the show. And I'm doing this with Dr. Ya Owusua Ofei Dako. She is a medical officer at the Korle Bu Teaching Hospital. She's helping us with the education. And I just heard September happens to be Childhood Cancer Month, right?
Yes.
And you are creating awareness on that.
Yes.
I think I should have mentioned that earlier. But I just received a message from my producer, which says September day 23, there's a message on the awareness chat, which talks about leukemia, which is a cancer of the blood, as you just mentioned.
Yes.
And it causes symptoms like bone and joint pains, persistent fevers, weight loss, and also bleeding. It spreads quickly. Seek treatment early. Yes. Wow. Yes. And I can see you are in a T-shirt as well, advocating against childhood cancer. Thank you so much for joining us. Now let's look at the causes. I know when it comes to adults who have cancers, we can affiliate that to some lifestyle choices they engaged in that might have gotten them the cancer they have. But with children, I doubt.
So for children, it's most of the times is of no fault of theirs that develop cancers. Sometimes, like I mentioned earlier, sometimes we don't know why it happens. 1 minute they are fine, the next minute they are having a mass or a lump in their abdomen or somewhere. 1 minute they are having eye problems, the other minute they are having unexplained fever. We don't know why it happens. But with research, with medical advancement, hopefully we would get to the root cause of the problem and then we'll nip it at the bud. Yes.
Exactly. So let's look at the treatment. How does childhood treatment differ from adults?
So I think they use similar treatment protocols. Okay. So usually for treatment of the cancers, we do chemotherapy, we do radiotherapy, especially in cases where the child had a cancer in an organ that needed to be resected or taken out. But we don't usually recommend radiotherapy in young children because they are still growing and developing, and radiotherapy can harm their healthy cells as well. Sometimes we give supportive treatment as well. So planning treatment for a child with cancer entails a multidisciplinary approach. So we the doctors are not the only people. So we have surgeons coming in. We have radiologists, radio-oncologists coming in. We have dietitians coming in. We have those in physiotherapy coming in. We have psychologists coming in. So we all come together and then we make a treatment approach that is best suited for the child that we are managing.
Right. So from your outfits as a doctor, what are some of the kind of support systems provided for kids with such situations?
So for us at Korle Bu Teaching Hospital, we have the support of people like, for instance, Excellency Rebecca Kufuado, who we appreciate very much. She actually built a hostel for the mothers and children who are being managed with cancers. Wow. So when they come and they are taking treatment for a long period of time, they lodge there free of charge. And then on the ward, when they come for their treatment, they don't pay for feeding. As we know, some of the cancers are covered by NHIS currently, but would wish that all cancers, all childhood cancers are covered by NHIS. But those who come to the hospital with NHIS, it greatly reduces their bills. we get donors and supporters from different angles who come and donate food items, come and give us monetary donations to help with the work that we do, because treatment for cancer is expensive. Yeah. You can spend as much as 120,000 Ghana cedis to treat a child who has, for instance, leukemia.
And we don't even know how it came about. Yes. And you think we don't need to be praying to God all the time to...
No, like, I'm not saying that take prayer out, but I believe that God created people with the wisdom to treat illnesses. That's why he made doctors. In the Bible, Luke was a physician, and Luke was one of the disciples. So hand in hand, side by side, we can work together. We can work together with the churches. We can work together with the Muslims, the Islamic community. We can work together with the traditional community, so that together we fight this menace.
Right. So on a scale of 10, how would you say the treatment of cancer, childhood cancer, is at your outfit? Do you think it's always successful, or even when you are able to succeed, it comes back again?
So the outcome of treatment depends on, one, early detection, early reporting to the facility, and how quickly we start treatment. Okay, so when you notice the signs and you come to the hospital early, we run our labs and then we get a diagnosis and we start the treatment, the chances of you recovering quickly is higher than someone who doesn't report early. We've had success rates at Korle Bu. We've had people who have been treated, they are on remission, and they are also advocates towards cancer. So there is good news concerning treatment. We just have to detect it early. They have to report early. We have to start treatment early, and then we can say that we'll get a good outcome.
Right. So with all the awareness, what do you think we can also do to, create an intense awareness of childhood cancer?
So cancer, first of all, is not a curse. Okay. We should stop this discrimination and stigmatization in our societies. More education has to be done. More of such shows like the Cocoa Digest, which has given us a platform.
We appreciate that.
to speak on this issue should also be done so that the public is made aware of such. Also, we would like the public to give us support. Treating cancer is very expensive. Sometimes people don't report early because of financial constraints. As many as can donate to the work that we are doing, either by cash or by kind, it will go a long way to diagnosing quickly. And
before we come to the lifeline, I have a question here. Yes. We'll be wrapping up shortly. So someone is asking, how can parents advocate for their child's health if they feel something is wrong but are unsure what to do next?
So, as a parent, you are the first point of contact for your child. You're your child's first defender. You're your child's first advocate. They always say that mothers have this gut instinct when they know there's something wrong with their child. Please, if you feel your child is not well, quickly take your child to the hospital, the nearby hospital. Let them evaluate their child. Let them start treatment. If after the treatment you still feel there's something wrong, my child came to the hospital, she's not doing better, seek a second opinion.
Sure.
Change the facility. You can step up. Do as much as you can to get to the highest level for your child, because children are precious. And if you don't intervene early, you can easily lose them. So as a mother, as a father, trust your instincts. If you feel there's something not right, take your child to the hospital. If you feel like you're not getting the quality of care that you want from this facility, by all means, change the hospital, change doctors. ideally, at the end of the day, we are thinking about the welfare of your child.
Exactly. So with the issue of if anyone wants to donate to your facility to help, curb the situation, do you have any lifeline you would want to put out there for people to help or support?
Yes. So we have an account. Okay. I've given the details with your producer.
Okay. Can I read it out here?
Yes, please.
Okay. So we have the account number is 1061010136028303 1061 010136028303, and the name is Lifeline for Childhood Cancer, Ghana Specific Project, ADB Commercial Banking. So if anyone wants to donate, that is the account number. They also have their Lifeline contact, which is 0555 751377 0555 751377, and I believe we can all join hands in helping our kids who have cancers to live healthy and live longer in this world. So, Doc, give us your final words. We are wrapping up.
All right. So, my final words. Cancers, childhood cancers, are common. They are more common than we think. Early detection equals to early response, equals to early treatment, equals to good outcomes when it comes to cure. We are all supposed to be involved in creating awareness, in ensuring that we care it. So education goes a long way. Community support, stopping stigmatization, because people who have cancer, they are not witches, they have not been bewitched, they won't infect you because cancer is not transmitted. Yes. And then, all in all, if we come together, we support, cash, kind, we can stop this. And we can give more children the opportunity to live long, healthy lives.
Thank you so much, Dr. Ya Owusua Ofei-Darko, a medical officer, pediatric oncology at the Korle Bu Teaching Hospital. Thank you so much for joining us today in understanding childhood cancer. We appreciate you so much. Right, so this is where we end the conversation here on the lifestyle segment. I have a few birthday messages. Let me just read them and we are out of here. So this is to my very own nephew. If I don't wish him, he's not going to be watching me on TV again. My very own nephew, Oheneba, I pray for God's protection upon your life. You will grow in grace, abundance, in prosperity. Through you, your family will see happiness in all aspects of life. Amen. So I just got prompted that we have a few birthday celebrants to celebrate on the show. Please stay with us. We'll be right back.
I heard today was your birthday. I heard today was your birthday.
Right, so let's get straight into the birthday celebrations. Our first birthday celebrant is Amma. Happy birthday, Nana Amma. Wishing you long life and God's wisdom. Okay. And this is also from Emilia, from your sister. I wish that she will flourish in all her endeavors. We love you dearly. This is also to Precious. Glorious birthday to you, Precious. Keep being amazing and great. We love and celebrate you today. And this is also to Hilda from your dearest Eunice. A glorious birthday to my dearest Hilda. You've been amazing. God richly bless you for everything you've been doing for humanity. May the good Lord enlarge your coast. I want to wish Dora Nentula a happy birthday. God bless her new age with everything special. Right. So we have a birthday celebrant here. Happy birthday to our sweet big sister, Candace Domina. On behalf of the entire family, we want to take this special moment to express how grateful we are for the love, care, and guidance you've always provided. Your kindness, wisdom, as we celebrate another year of life, we honor your strength, resilience, and unwavering optimism. May this new chapter bring you joy, peace, and fulfillment. We love you more than words can express. Happy birthday, dear sister. Right, so I wish her nothing but the best that life can offer, and she should organize a birthday party for me to come, okay? We'll all gladly be there. And we have this from Jessica to Buahima. A happy birthday to you, my girl, for to you, my girl, for life wishing. You may, right. Please try and make your messages right. So there we have it. I believe the celebrant will see herself on TV and be excited. Right, so we have also this happy birthday to my sweet and lovely daughter. May the good Lord continue to bless you, protect you, and also guide your steps forward. May the favor of God be your portion in Jesus' name. You are blessed, dear. Mommy loves you so much. This is from your mom, Mrs. Paulina Aku Pencil. Enjoy your day to the fullest. Okay, we also have this, a happy birthday to my one and only minister of God. I pray for more anointing on your head. May everything you do prosper. May you live longer. Much love. This is from your lovely friend, Rayma. And yes, so this is all we have on the show today. I am Miriam Abena Adede. Yayora Awono will come back and close us.